What up, family? How y'all doing?
What up, everybody?
You feel like clapping today?
What up, everybody?
Let me make sure this audio is right. Keep talking,
Can y'all
man.
hear us? Can y'all hear us? Can y'all hear us? Put some hearts on the screen, some thumbs up, something that they can, if you can hear us.
They should hear you better now.
Can y'all hear us? Good. What's up, fam?
Put some words to the theme song.
What's up with it?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My mama's here. What up, mommy? Dennis SCNC, man. Hey, Doc, we got a new jingle. We dropping today. You got to play that jingle so they can hear it.
It's coming right after this.
Hey, it's real trappy. I love it. Mama McCall, we looking for you. Who else we got? Frankie Smith, how you doing? Good afternoon to you. Dr. Gray, how you doing? What it do? Hey. Hey.
How y'all doing?
Shout out to Marcus.
What's up, fam? This is Madison Trey. But we keep saying real, relevant, and right.
Got played me 3 times today.
I see y'all coming in. Y'all looking here. It's my friends who share this to your page. Click the share button again. Give us some hearts. Give us some hearts.
Hey, that's it, like, you know. Man, ooh, Pastor Lee, I'm strong for the people.
You ain't even ready.
No, I'm ready when you ready. Let go.
We just got to start.
Go ahead.
Montgomery's Inspiration Station, First 96.5 FM, WMGY. We're now 6 minutes past the 3 o'clock hour. It's 3:06 here in the capital city, which simply means it's time for Straight Church.
No chaser.
With yours truly, Pastor Trey.
And Pastor Lee B.
You already know this is our opportunity to keep things real, relevant, and
righteous.
Listen, fam.
Did y'all like that?
Did y'all enjoy our jingle?
Did y'all like that jingle?
Our new jingle.
Man, shouts out.
Major shouts out to the one and only, the big homie, DeMarcus Campbell.
What?
He just did a phenomenal job.
He works over at Jingle 2000 with Jamie King. Straight church, no chase. Straight church, no chase.
I like it. Hopefully y'all like our new jingle.
You know, all this was a little hood before
we're gonna play it all the time.
We're a little ratchet and righteous.
Just in case you missed it, we're gonna play it again.
You know how we do it.
Just in case you want to hear it again, we're gonna play it again. And even if you don't want to hear it again, we're gonna play it again.
Jeff for you. Jeff for you.
But you know how it is in radio sometimes. You hear a song the first couple times and you don't like it, but the more and more you hit it, the more and more you hear it, the more palatable it becomes.
Right.
The more and more you just start rocking.
Bro, can't you hear it at youth days and stuff?
Straight
church, no church.
The next time we get asked to MC, they got to play that before we walk out. You
Yeah.
got to play that before we walk out.
Yes.
We are not coming out until we hear our theme song.
I like it.
Yeah, man.
Drop that track. DJ, drop that track. Straight church.
We got to hear this right here. This. And then they got to drop it. They got to drop it right there.
I like it. Straight church.
Man. So, bro, how has your week been, man?
Bro, it's been an amazing week. Number one, I'm still alive. Number 2, I produced a lot.
Okay.
And number 3, I got to preach this week. I got to go to the Restoration Church,
That's your
Reverend,
bad.
where my brother had laid it out. I'm talking about laid it out. I'm talking about hospitality. My bro had this video of me, y'all. Y'all need to go back and watch that revival. He dropped this introduction video that was so cold. I almost want to take it on the road with me. Doc had me in the introduction video. I'm in there dancing and everything. And he low-key, he tried to throw me on the bus.
No.
He put one of my baby church pictures on there. Mama, he trying to be. It was back when I was light-skinned before I started cutting the grass. Hey, man. No, but we had an amazing
You had to show the
time.
people from whence you come.
From where I come from.
Yeah.
Doc. Good God.
From whence you came.
Good God. No, man. So how was your week?
Week was amazing, man.
Uh-huh.
Just excited. Started back school, man, this past Monday. So a year from now, your boy had his master's degree.
I like it.
Yeah, man. So started back school this past Monday. Then we had services this past week. Pastor Ellis just came through. The Thunderbolt
Yeah,
just
he
came
made
through
that
Wednesday,
place.
man, and just tore it up. Just did what only he could do. Then on Thursday, you and the New Home church family, our cousins at New Home, y'all just did a phenomenal job. The choir was amazing.
Dog, we had
The
fun.
choir was amazing.
And I was just proud. It's a good thing. It's refreshing for a pastor when you go somewhere and your church follows.
Absolutely, man.
You
It's
know,
a blessing for a pastor to see the members of the church being supportive of the
Absolutely.
work and the ministry of the church.
absolutely.
Because the church is not just about the pastor. We're in this together, man. So whenever you see the members come out in numbers, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So it was good, man. It was just good to have a good old fellowship.
Good old fella. We don't get to do that no more.
Yeah, not like how we used to.
Yeah, churches don't fellowship no more. Why we don't ship no more? We need to learn how to ship again. Yeah, man. So it was a great week. We all had a great week. We're excited today. We got some special guests coming before us to talk to us.
Absolutely.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and mental health matters.
Oh yeah.
How you feel, how you're dealing, how you're processing, how your world is really, those things matter. Even as a Christian, it's okay for you to have a pastor and a psychiatrist.
Don't go there. Because see, you are already about to.
I need them to know this.
See, why you got to start so early in the show?
Look,
We haven't even warmed the people up yet.
Look,
You already want to start.
I told somebody, don't bring me all your stuff. I can't handle mine. I ain't certified. Leave me alone.
You messing with people. Don't do that.
No, man,
Don't do
this is gonna be a great day. We looking forward to this great.
Hey, I need I got to talk to
Who that?
the chairman, your chairman.
Yeah,
I got to talk to him.
Chairman Durham.
Yeah,
About
we
what?
gotta have about what?
He's probably listening right now.
Yeah, chairman, if you're listening, you know what we talked about yesterday evening. I need that
Oh Lord.
little by little, but it don't matter. As
Ah!
long as at the end of that little we get the full amount, I need that.
So weak.
No, I ain't weak nothing. It's your pastor's fault, and he passing the bill on to you.
Man.
So we need that.
Look. Nah, we had fun last night. We had fun. I don't think we left the church. What time was it?
It was almost midnight.
It was late,
It
man.
was really.
Yeah, that's what happened when you get preachers together. I don't know how to shut up. So we ain't even get no food. I'm talking about just running our minds.
That's how you know the fellowship is good, when you don't think about food.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
if we would have had food, we would have been there all night.
Yeah.
All night.
Prozac and the Prince of Peace. Oh, they going ham on Facebook. We want y'all to jump in, be a part of the show. You
Absolutely.
can joke, throw in your comments, all your good stuff. You can look us in the face if you want to see what we look like. But whatever you do, just jump over to Praise 96.5 on Facebook, or you can jump over to YouTube, where we are there. Straight Church, No Chaser. I think it's time to go.
Man, we got some very special guests in the studio with us.
Yeah.
Of course, we got to shout out our sponsors.
Who they be?
Got to send a very special shout out to the Wellness Coalition. Speaking of which, they are having a tour of wellness community health fair taking place on tomorrow. Tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Again, it's a tour of wellness community health fair. And it will be held at the Chisholm Community Center, 545 East Van Diver Boulevard here in the capital city. Free services and resources will be provided. They have the COVID-19 boosters from Eye Care Pharmacy, breastfeeding resources, and the Baby Cafe, support to quit tobacco, wellness case management services, healthy nutrition support, tips for safe physical activity at your level, and so much more. And if you want to learn more about this awesome event, feel free to hit them up. The number is 293-6502. Again, 334-293-6502.
Now, where is
we'll
it?
Be sharing more information. It's at 545 East Van Diver Boulevard.
When is it?
Tomorrow. I said all this. Did you miss it?
I mean, some of us crazy. We just got to hear stuff.
No, I don't think it's some of it. I think it's just you. As you said last night, you rode on the short bus too.
Oh yeah, dog.
I think it's just you.
My bus wasn't real long at all. It was like 3 doors on that one bus. No, man, but yeah, for certain. I think that's dope, man.
Absolutely.
Let me see that though. Let me read that.
There you go. Reading is fundamental.
Praise the Lord.
Reading is fundamental. Then we got to shout out our very, very special sponsors who have been rocking with us since day one.
Who would it be?
The one and only
Uh-huh.
Loving Teddy Bear Foundation. And speaking of which, we have them in the studio with us, and they're going to share some information with us. But before we do that, we just got to let you know that the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation is founded by our big sis, Miss Tyranisha Marlowe, and Mama Sonia Mills McCall. The focus of the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation is mental health awareness with a concentration on suicide prevention. This foundation is a tribute to the life and memory of Brother Colin Connor. To learn more about his story and the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation, head over to their website, which is lovingteddybear.com. And we encourage you to make a donation to this awesome foundation. And to do so, you can provide that donation via their website or by Cash App. Their cash tag is $Loving TB Foundation. That's $Loving TB Foundation. So we're about to head to commercial break, and after that we'll have more. We'll dive into our conversation with the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation. So y'all keep it locked. Yeah, we definitely gonna do that. Y'all keep it locked. This is Straight Church.
No chaser. Hey, what it is? I'm a little hood. I like that. What's up, family?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Hey, y'all, I'm sorry. I forgot we still on there. Y'all all right? Y'all good? What you doing today? How your evening going? What's up, Dr. Holmes?
What's the gun of the day?
Right. Sis B-Car, who cooking on a Friday evening? Sis Daisha, how you doing? Mama said she had the door on here.
How are you?
Look, man. Hey,
Brother.
The guests are here. Y'all tune in. What y'all doing? Can you hear well? All right, y'all on Facebook. Can y'all see yourself?
I caught COVID
That thing moving slow.
Hey, y'all.
Let me,
Thanks for tuning in.
and a fever that I
see
couldn't
if I
get
can
rid
get
of. So I lost my appetite, I lost my taste, and I had a sinus headache.
Is it still
It
moving
lasted
slow?
about 11 days before I could shake it.
Yeah, let me see if I can
I had a
swap.
pre-existing nerve condition which had not bothered me for years. It began to affect my back, my neck, shoulder, and arm, and hindered me from doing my
Now one of y'all put these on if y'all want to
After
hear
I talked to my healthcare provider,
when you talk.
I decided to take the COVID vaccine in order to protect my family and myself from getting any of the COVID business. Safe and effective vaccine
Scoot
is
over,
available.
man.
Find out where to get one at www.
These ones up here?
It should be. If not,
It is.
yeah, it's working.
Saturday, July
starting at 10 a.m. at United Christian Church
Thing
in
doing Sunday.
It's,
We have a
it's
special lineup waiting for you, which features Dr. Javon Capon.
It's all the way back here, bro. Nah, it ain't plugged.
Okay, so what is this for? What is this?
I don't know what that is.
Also, Kimmy Sir.
No, that's these ones. That's these ones. This one right here is. Yeah, plug this one in. It's another adapter.
Okay, that's the one she got on.
You got another one?
Pastor Deborah Nixon. Let me see.
1, 2, 3. That's the system. I don't think you got it. Oh, you got a stash.
Register early at DestinyConference2023.com.
All right, family.
Ticket locations are Sassy Shop, Beauty and
What's happening, Facebook? What questions y'all have? Shoot them in the comments.
245-3749. That's 334-245-3749. You get more food.
Shamice Gray said, "Hey, ladies."
Hello.
Jamila said, "Hey, fam."
Hey, fam. Hey, sis.
Now you see you not cooking. She with the parentals till Sunday.
Hey, bro, what that for?
Which one?
The one that $5.90 for 1 pound fresh pork spare ribs. The 2-slab pack, $19.99. And like the Angus USDA Select New York strip steaks of the family pack, $8.99 a pound. For these and many unadvertised specials, visit Langley-Inc.com. That's Langley-Inc.com.
So today is the 19th. I'm sleeping.
You and me both.
Y'all had a good week?
It's been a week.
Yeah, y'all was at church last night too. Y'all ain't tired?
Yes. Very tired.
Revival will kick your butt.
I'm so glad it ain't like it is back in the day.
That's my 5 days.
Oh my.
That's that old school.
Oh my God.
That's 5 days. Hey, I need y'all to help me sharing this, Karen. I love if you share the broadcast, or if you just like the broadcast, love it, something of the sort that'll put it in the algorithms. People will be encouraged to see it, share it, whatever you have, whatever you do. Just share it. Press the share button, send it to somebody's messenger, send it somewhere so that someone can get this information. We got some good conversation to have today, and I think you're going to be blessed by it. Let's see. I need to share it while I'm talking. Let's see. Is that me? Yeah, that's me. This ain't loud. No, that's 6.5. So y'all want to take audience? Y'all want to take audience questions?
Sure.
You want to take questions from the audience?
Whatever I want to do, baby.
Hey,
Whatever y'all want to do.
hey.
Got me out work out my bed.
We're gonna make it worth your while.
I love it. So I think it's 18 people like. So if you have any questions, you definitely can feel free to ask whatever questions you may have concerning mental health, concerning crisis hotline, things of that nature. Today's a good day for you to get those answers and potentially to find somebody to kind of just talk to you about it, making sure that you're taking proper steps so that you'll have what you need. One of the biggest things is that we want everyone to know that there's somebody you can talk to. We don't need you to shield yourself off, isolate yourself, alienate yourself. All of us go through problems, and oftentimes it's hard for us to process those problems. So feel free. The Loving Teddy Bear Foundation is here, and they have the answers to some of your questions, if not all of them. And they know the Lord too, so they know Jesus is the answer.
Hallelujah. Yes, he will. Hey, he'll do it.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk in here, chat in here. I want y'all to be a part of it. Now, we also believe that it is a sad indictment upon our culture and creative people that we have not been able to tap into these resources and get this knowledge. Oftentimes, people hear mental health and they run away. I want you to lean in close. I want you to get closer to your computer, turn up your radio, whatever it may be. This is a great opportunity for you to help someone else in your family, okay? Let me do this. I got to share this. Come check this out. Kiki is pregnant.
She is.
Doc, I was asked by a pastor asked me yesterday what we gonna talk about what happened this week. John Morant.
Being caught again. Being caught up again.
Yeah. Are the ladies available to speak at church conferences? It's a question from Sister Frankie Smith.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, they say. If you would like to contact them, how can they contact you?
They can call my cell. That's fine. 937.
You gonna put it out there like that?
Hey.
Okay. All right. Hey.
Well, they can direct message me or my email. Yeah, they can email info@lovingteddybear.com.
There you go. Yeah, because I can speak for Frankie Smith. I don't know about nobody else. Oh, you start getting them calls in the middle of the night. Speaking my conference. At the bottom, I have it as a ticker, info@lovingteddybear.com. I believe that's right, right?
Yes.
All right, you can answer that or ask any information there. Thank you so much for the request. I think we're about to
Go back on.
get all that we need. It seems like we're finna go back on, man. Should have brought me something to drink today. Just like I said. Yes, but no, but yes. You need some? I can grab my phone if you want. Hey, I can listen to that all day. Mark did that one, Doc. I'm so good. Hey, we got to shoot video now. Just cut.
Huh?
I gotta get my grill for the video. What's the thing they do about preaching the grill, man?
Don't do
They
it.
gonna put me out.
You're going to have a new home.
I'm being there the whole time like that. Jamila. Okay. We got you, Jamila. I'm gonna try to keep these questions and allow the conversation to flow. And we're gonna drop these questions in, so just stay tuned so we can talk about it. Come on, come on. Oh, bless you, Dr. Lawson. Fasten your seatbelt, man.
Montgomery. Montgomery's inspiration station. Praise, you need Jesus in your life. We're gonna help you with all that. I recommend Jesus for all of your needs.
That's what Harvey said. Harvey ain't here. Him ain't here.
Listen. Okay, let me do that. Because you messed up all of that. It's your fault. Okay.
Go ahead.
Don't do that.
Uh-huh.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You serious?
Let's go.
Okay, we go. Why your voice gotta drop for you to be serious?
I gotta get
You don't have to do all of that.
No, I'm trying
Just
to be
relax.
serious.
Just relax.
No, I'm trying to be
Somebody got a frog in your throat. Just relax it. Relax that throat muscle.
I'm trying to be serious.
Oh, man.
Okay. Montgomery's inspiration station. First 96.5 the film. WMGY. It's 327 here in the capital city. Temperature is set at about 77 degrees with mostly cloudy skies on the outside. But nevertheless, it's still a beautiful and splendiferous Friday afternoon. Why are you interrupting my...
And you know, I said that word this morning on the broadcast.
You did.
And I started laughing. I said, that boy done said that word around me too much.
I'm ripping off on you.
Splendiferous.
Maybe there's hope for you after all.
I said, that ain't no word. Why did I just say that?
It is a word.
Oh, okay.
Do we need to go to Google?
No.
Do we need to go to Google? Okay.
That's Trey word. That's Trey word.
Don't be a hater all your life.
Man, 79 degrees. It's 79.
As you can tell,
In here.
this is straight church.
Lord.
This is straight church. We're gonna
Lord be an AC.
just want Jesus to be everything. Though.
Nah, you got his name got to match what you need. Jesus be an AC for me right now. Mhm. Something about you.
Hey man, I said you left the alley hoop. I said straight church. You ain't came in with no chaser yet.
Oh, do it one more time.
Uh-oh.
Do it one more time.
See, we get guests in this. We get family members in the studio. You know how that.
Man,
That how people do.
I'm
He
sleeping.
can't
That's
think.
what it is.
No. Let's sleep ain't got nothing to do with this.
Man, sure.
Bless the Lord, oh
We're
his
just
soul.
gonna go ahead and introduce our guests.
Let's go. Straight church, no chaser.
It don't work. That's not even how that goes. That's not even how that goes. You done disappointed the people who was listening.
Hey,
Cause they be when I throw it up, they be ready to just
they probably dunked it wherever they was.
They said your part.
There it is.
I think they said it for
Amen. Amen.
Listen, family, we have I don't even know how to even describe the three awesome
Musketeers. Charlie's Angels.
young ladies we have in the studio with us. They are family to us. They're not like family, they are family to us.
Uh-huh.
So we're just gonna bring them in.
Yes.
So we're gonna start with
We should have got some pink church punch today.
Oh, wow.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
Hello.
we're gonna start with the matriarch of the family and work our way from there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise and let's give a rousing round of applause. We call her Mama. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the platform, to the microphone, Mama
Mama McCall.
Sonia Mills.
Oh, you said all the names.
No, he didn't say them all.
Wait.
Oh, they ain't all that?
No.
That's all
May.
they need to know.
Oh, that's all they need to know.
I was gonna say what
See?
next? What's next?
Y'all want to know what? Y'all be asking Pastor what's his middle name. Y'all want to know what Mama, all of Mama names is here?
What them is?
I got $20 for whoever can guess all of them.
Hey.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
Oh, this good. I don't count.
Mama, how's it going?
It's going wonderful, son. Tell him you didn't bring them on here for all that.
That's why we
Straight
started.
church, no chaser.
That's why we
Right,
started
right.
with you first.
Thank you, darling.
We're gonna let you set the tone. But no, welcome to the
Thank you
Straight
for
Church,
having me.
No Chaser.
Missionary Baptist Church.
Yeah,
Episcopal.
Yeah.
where we keep things real relevant
Uh-huh.
and
And Church of God in Christ.
Righteous.
thank you.
You're welcome, brother. I got you.
I don't know what he got going on. So we got Mama McCall with us. We got our big sis Tara.
She's here.
She's here.
She's in the
What's
flesh.
up, peeps? What's
She's
up?
Here. She's here. And we can't forget about the one and only,
Nah.
the amazing.
The favorite.
She said the
Yes,
favorite.
Lord.
We just call her Nay. Y'all say what up to Nay. Welcome, ladies. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
See, Jamesh, you don't have to be messy talking about what happened to the Lakers.
She
No,
couldn't
no,
help.
don't do that. You ain't gotta be messy. You ain't gotta be messy.
You prayed for them too.
Well, I
Pray
pray.
for 'em hard,
I
man.
prayed. Well, see, I prayed for them to be winning
Yeah.
until I got to the screen, the coach, and so. And when I looked at the phone, the Lord answered my prayer. They were winning. You know,
You never made it to the
never made
coach.
the coach because Lee and a few of our other brethren helped me up last night, so I wasn't there to coach like I was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Because coaching makes a difference. But that's not what we're gonna talk about right now. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about that at another time.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Don't be a hater, bro.
No.
No, I don't want to hear that, man. I don't even want to hear it right now.
Congratulations on the loss.
Man, you know what? Just
You're so weak, but
no, we gonna show you on the camera. You a hater, but when we come back and win, you know what I'm saying? When we
Win
win
what?
this series,
Win what?
we're gonna win this series.
All right, come on. We love and Teddy Bear.
Yeah, we're gonna win this series.
We don't want to blaspheme today.
We're not. It's not. We're gonna win.
Uh-huh.
That's how it is, man. It's amazing how preachers always want to encourage people. You know, when people knock you down, they'll knock you out. You know what I'm saying? People count you out, God will count you back in. And then look how you acting.
Yeah.
But I can expect that because you know you a hater.
We're gonna do it, bro. Little by little.
That's it. Thank you. Little by little.
Oh,
Little by little.
That means next year.
Were you blaspheming? Were you blaspheming last night?
That means next year.
No.
The whole text.
No.
Exodus 23:30. He said, "I won't do it in a year." So maybe we'll see you next year.
That was his word for them. We're in a different dispensation of time.
Oh, okay, Mr. Dispensation.
We're making it applicable in the New Testament.
Thank you.
Oh my, you know,
Faith now, faith
now. Y'all trying
now,
to tag team.
now,
Everybody
now,
else
faith.
quiet in the room. Y'all. Hey, man,
Because you a hater.
no,
You're a hater.
You know.
I don't. But anyway. So mental health awareness.
Yeah,
May is Mental Health Awareness Month,
it's big.
and our subject today is simply mental health matters. And so, Mama McCall, tell us about the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation. Of course, we read the script every week, but tell us about it.
Well, the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation was founded because March 24th, 2021, my son lost all hope and took a gun and literally shot himself.
Mm-hmm.
So because of his suicide, we just felt that if we can help just one person, and to do that, we need to make things aware. We need to make people aware of mental health because we treat it lightly.
Mm-hmm.
Just yesterday, some people posted on Facebook this man that was bathing on the bypass or wherever he was. And it's like, okay, why do you see all of the bad in that?
Mm-hmm.
At least he was getting clean.
Right.
Some of y'all, okay, that's probably for another show, sorry. But anyway, so my point is, regardless of what he is going through,
Right.
he is going through something. And we need to be able to recognize it and try to at least reach out to get them where they need to go.
Mm-hmm.
However that may be,
Right.
you know.
Right.
First of all, suicide is a word we don't like to use.
Mhm.
Nobody wants to ask you, Trey, are you thinking about suicide?
Right.
Though you exhibit all of what we know to be the examples,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we will not directly ask you that question.
Yeah.
And so when I was in the military, I was an applied suicide intervention skills trainer.
Wow.
And for me, and I talk to my son just about every day,
Mm-hmm.
on Sunday, he promised me that he was not thinking about suicide.
Wow.
And that Wednesday, he actually did it. So being a certified trainer, it hit even deeper
Yeah.
for me because I felt I did the right things. I asked the right questions. But whatever ticked him at that moment, and that's the thing,
Mhm.
it doesn't take much. You know, we laugh at people because when their dog died, you know, they are very emotional, just like you are when your mom dies.
Mhm.
We think it's so funny.
Right.
Well, that's their family.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just like you're attached to your mom, they're attached to their animal. And so we just have to be a little bit more cognizant
Mm,
of other people, and we have to go where they are
absolutely.
to share with them and reach out and try to get them to come back so they don't go over the cliff.
Yeah.
So that's basically the starting point for
Gotcha.
it. And my oldest daughter, Tara, was the one that actually did all the legwork and got it going. And we're just doing what we can to
Absolutely.
keep it. So we want to give scholarships, basically.
Got you.
But you know, it takes funds to do
Right.
that. And we want to give it to people that are majoring in some form of mental health, social work, psychology, yeah.
Got you.
Any type of behavior health degree.
Got you. So Tara, tell us about the name. How did you all come up with the name, the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation? It's very interesting and unique name. So tell us about the name.
It is a very interesting and unique name. And my brother was actually known as Teddy Bear to my mom. That's what she called him. So that's where the teddy bear came from. And in essence, he committed suicide because he felt like he wasn't loved enough.
Mm,
And so that's where loving came from.
wow.
And not loved enough. This is Straight Church, No Chasers. I will be extremely transparent
Mhm.
and real. He felt like he wasn't loved enough by his spouse.
Wow.
And so because of that, and it wasn't his first attempt, but he made sure on this third attempt that he was successful.
Wow.
And so oftentimes with mental health illness, individuals don't, they're afraid
Mhm.
to speak up and speak out about not being loved. And so not only is our, end goal to give scholarships, but it is to ensure and spread love
Right.
to individuals so that they know that others do care
Mhm.
about them.
Absolutely. So Nate, tell us, because we know that suicide is not the sum total of Colin's life. And we know that, the foundation was organized in his memory and to keep his legacy and, to keep his legacy, in the forefront and to bring awareness to suicide prevention. But Nate, tell us about Colin. Who was he? And because we don't want people to just think of him as being a victim of suicide or mental health. So just
Right.
give us some context as to who was Colin.
Well, let's start. I don't like to use the word victim. I don't like to
Mhm.
say he was a victim of, he did what he wanted,
Right.
to do. A lot of people put victim onto suicide and they even tragedy.
Mhm.
Or I'm a victim. No, you're a survivor. If you made it through it, you are a survivor. But ultimately he did what he wanted to do. Nonetheless, he was a father, a brother, a friend to many. It's very hard not to love who he is, who he was. I don't like to speak past tense
Absolutely.
about him. I do believe we are spirits and a physical being, even though he's no longer physically with us. He is still very well alive. His legacy, his spirit's still very well living.
Yeah.
But it's just a big giant teddy bear, literally, like will say what's on his mind.
Yeah.
Won't mind telling you if I don't like you. He don't fake the funk, baby. He's not gonna do it. His pastor actually said at his funeral that was they go head to head about that. Like, Colin, you can't tell them that in church. I'm like, well, why not? Well, why not? I said yes, ma'am, but I don't have to like her. But that kind of guy. Always 100% will tell you
Wow.
whether you like it or not, but always in a good place.
Okay.
Always with good intentions. Would do anything for anybody. Anything for anybody. My favorite memory was my 12th grade prom.
Mhm.
Right? So I didn't want to go with the guy. I wanted to go with him. At the time, we were staying in Florida, and he was in D.C.
Okay.
Literally drove those 12 hours on his
Wow.
birthday just to take me
Wow.
to my prom. And I think left the next day or something like that. It wasn't for long. He literally just drove to come give me what I wanted and go on back home. But that's who he was. He would literally do anything to make you smile, anything to make your day easier, make you laugh, anything. Will literally joke about the worst thing.
Wow.
Make a joke about anything.
Love it.
You be sitting in the funeral, he gonna say something.
Now, that's a blessing though, because that's a long way to drive for a prom.
Well, it's
For a
me.
prom.
He a G.
He
said,
did it for
hey,
Nate.
she said, well, it's me.
That's what-
You all did hear her say she's the favorite.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
She's special, special. Right?
Very
I love
special.
She's special because she's supposed to be here. Special.
Talk
But
about it.
now that's a whole nother story.
Talk
You
about
said-
That
it.
has
talk
to do
about
with
that.
mental
I'm saying
health.
his middle name and all 7 of
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Did you see her facial expression? She said, "I'm gonna tell his middle name
She's not
and
to be
all
played-
7 of yours."
She's not to be played with. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Let her be.
Nah,
Let her be.
let her be.
I'll
Let her
tell
be.
you later.
There's some people who leaned in mighty closely.
Nah, real close.
They
Then
want to know what the B stands for.
Hold on. I had to grab my. Oh,
Let's girls, brother.
Elizabeth.
Let's them.
No, so Sister Jamila asked a question on Facebook. She says, how can we bring mental health awareness to the education arena more? That's one question. She's saying students are struggling daily. What age do you suggest that we start bringing awareness to this topic because it's so important?
Well, from me, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was just gonna say because they are young,
Mhm.
and I'm sure a lot of people in this area know about Jamari Williams. I think he was only 10.
Wow.
We were church members at the time. But even at that, I got a call from my sister yesterday. How old is Christian?
15.
He came home because a classmate of his committed suicide yesterday. He had just talked to the little boy.
Wow.
The day
the day
before.
before. So I say, just like we think our children cannot take things, we should start as little as they know how to comprehend.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
4, 5, 6. I mean, we have to do it on their level.
Mhm.
But I say we should start as soon as we can, and as soon as you feel your child is able. Because what happens is from the bullying and all of that, they get in a shell.
Mhm.
And when they get in that shell, they just really don't know how to get out.
Yeah.
As much as they love you, and as much as you say, talk to me, tell me anything.
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
Yeah.
And as adults, we tend to believe or think, okay, I'm gonna go pray now. And when I get up off my knees, it's gonna be all right. Well, that may not work for some people,
Mm.
and everybody don't believe.
Yeah.
And so for the person that really don't believe, what I look like telling them, well, God's gonna fix it for you, sugar. Well, I don't believe in him in the first place.
Wow.
Now I put a disclaimer to that because I believe in him.
Absolutely.
But in teaching my classes, I taught chaplains
Okay.
when I did the suicide intervention. And that was one of the hardest things because every time we did a scenario, that's what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
They wanted to tell you about God.
Mhm.
And everybody in the military is not saved.
Right.
Not only they're not saved, they don't even believe. So you got to get past that. You got to find other ways to speak and reach
Absolutely.
the person that you're talking to.
Absolutely. Even dealing with reality, like faith without works is dead.
Right.
And oftentimes we pray and we don't do anything after.
Don't do anything.
God
I'm
don't
glad
work
you
like
said that because I was gonna say, I think any age is good, but everybody doesn't have where they like an open house. Everybody does not have parents that they could just
that. Mhm.
talk to like that. I think any age is good. I think I was about 12 when we got Megan for me a counselor. But I do see that in a lot of my peers and a lot of my colleagues. Or when I tell them, my mom, my best friend, we talk about everything. They're like, what? What? Like everything. I'm like, yes.
I'm
Everything.
her best friend, but I'll knock her out.
Look how she looking. Look how she looking. Look how she
What
looking.
was that you say on the radio?
I just want them to know. Because some people think, oh, she's her best friend. I bet she do whatever she wants.
No, that's
No.
not true.
Okay.
No,
Well, we just clarified it, sweetheart.
okay. Well, as a disclaimer, we had to be respectful.
Yeah.
We could talk to our parents about any and everything in a respectful manner. You still, have to stay in the child's place, mind your manners, mind your tongue. But it wasn't like, well, I ain't finna go tell my mama that.
Mm.
We had that space where we could, I guess, like an open debate. I could come tell you what's wrong or something that I didn't agree with or something that might have hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Or, we had that. And a lot of my peers don't. That is a shocker to a lot of my friends. Like they are, really a lot of my peers gravitate to my mom. A lot of my friends lean on my mom.
Wow.
And, because they don't have that.
Yeah.
And I don't know where or when that started, that a child can't talk or they don't matter because, or what they gonna say don't make sense because they're so young. But it's you do have to start in the house really, really, really young. Because if you catch it young, then by the time they're teenagers and they do want to go here, go there, want to go hang out, or do have other thoughts, they can come talk to you about it.
Yeah.
It's not a debate where they go find somebody else. Because if you don't tell them, the streets don't tell them. If you don't tell them, somebody's gonna tell them. I guarantee you,
Yeah.
it's
Google.
gonna happen.
Google,
Yes.
Serious?
Google will tell you everything.
YouTube University,
TikTok.
Yes. Oh my God.
TikTok.
TikTok.
elementary school.
Yeah.
No, that's real though. Like safe spaces are necessary.
Mhm.
And the reality is, unfortunately, it's a perpetual cycle that there's this mindset that you're too young to have headaches and or to have emotions and all of that. And because they didn't receive it, the next generation doesn't receive it, and the next and the next and the next. So I definitely applaud you, Mama McCall, for being that sounding board for so many, because that's a blessing. And I would almost challenge people who are listening to just open yourself up to be more of a safe space. allow not only your children to speak with you, but also, I think the first things is, even when it comes to counseling, is just listening more than you speak. And if we hold back our opinions and give opportunity for that person to kind of just totally convey what they're feeling, that's the best thing for people to, have that opportunity to get their feelings off their chest.
Absolutely.
So we have some more questions coming. Oh, we gotta go.
We got 2 minutes.
We gotta go. Okay, so Frankie Smith asked the question: what are some warning signs that someone may be dealing with depression?
Oh wow.
Yeah, lead a hard question.
I know, right?
No.
Silence. If it's an individual that you can typically tell the difference in their behavior, because they'll become silent, they'll retreat back into their shell. Shopping, we like to call it retail therapy, but overexpending, and overextending, even yourself. Let's see, what else? Some other signs.
See, because it can vary person to person, right?
Right. It will vary person to person.
And so if it's that relative, then the tip is probably to be intentional about watching the behavior of your people.
Absolutely. Making sure that you know what their norms are.
There you go.
But even still, in that, and one of the reasons we started the foundation, we knew my brother, and like I said earlier, it wasn't his first attempt. And, another reason why it was so hard is my mom has shared, with her being someone who taught classes and taught chaplains in the military about suicide. You think but not necessarily, all the time.
Right.
So you just have to be in tune with that individual and just talk to people. We don't talk to people anymore, even if it's someone that you don't necessarily know. If you just be kind and talk to people, and you may get some sign, some cue that they just may not be in a great place. And, hopefully you'll have a discerning spirit to be able to know that, you can share a word that may change. A friend of ours, my dear sister, who started what's called the I Love You movement, and who we partner with to do the Chalk the Walk. For her, it was a hug. She was on her way. But someone just reached out and gave her a hug, and that was her turning moment.
Wow.
And so you just never know what your actions, what your words may do for an individual, whether you can physically see the sign or not, because sometimes it often is truly silent. And then the other thing, I just wanted to piggyback on what they said, and to Sister Jamila's question from an education arena. As an educator, first and foremost, I always tell all of my parents, I treat each and every individual child as if they're my own. And social emotional support and awareness is very, very key in the educational sector. We have to start with babies and showing them that they are loved, they are wanted, they matter.
Yeah.
And like my sister said earlier, where it came from, a child needs to stay in a child's place and they don't have a voice. Our babies have voices. And if we allow them their outlets and to talk and to share, inappropriate manners, then we wouldn't have so much killing in the streets. We wouldn't have so many kids that do have social emotional issues and problems. And we have to understand that our babies are oftentimes products of their environment. And so it's, we have to do our due diligence to make sure that we're rallying around them and doing what's necessary.
And one of the other things, if I may add, even this is not necessarily a symptom, but we must be able to ask the question.
Right.
If I notice that you have changed, and I feel like it's because you're depressed, or I have to be able to ask you, are you thinking about suicide?
Right.
Because if you don't ask the question, irregardless of how I do or what I do, we'll never know. So we keep on going, dealing with our day-to-day lives. And I just, well, Pastor Walker said he was okay, so let's keep, let's do the next thing.
Wow.
But
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Boldness to ask the question.
Yeah, that's good.
I like
That's
it.
good. Well, family, we'll have more coming up after these commercial breaks. So be sure to keep it locked. This is Straight Church.
No chaser.
With yours truly, Pastor,
And Pastor Lee B.
with our family
Aha.
from the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation.
Yeah.
Was that the question?
Questions coming in. What's up to you? Great question, Sister Frankie Smith. Sister Jamila, great question. We'll see you, Dr. Reverend Eugene Lawson Jr. coming to you. Dennis DeLoach, I agree. As an early childhood professional being taught, oh Lord, what is that word?
What is it? I can't
I
see
can't
it.
see. I don't see it.
Developmentally?
Oh, she was trying to say developmentally appropriate. I think.
Oh, all
I
right.
think, yeah.
Then my boy
Trying to-
I
Dennis.
think.
Hey, my boy Dennis, you know, you so smart. I thought that was another word. I didn't know. Developmentally
He must be
appropriate.
typing on the go. Yeah, developmentally
social,
appropriate.
emotional wellness is key. Absolutely. And
See?
especially with these I see them now developmentally. But especially when we're talking about what's going on locally.
Yes.
Like it's getting bad. And they're seeing so much trauma and so many things happen. You don't know what might trigger a thought.
Right.
You know, what might push people to a certain space. It doesn't even have to be that they feel, you know, like they're not receiving the love. They can see somebody else leave and it just mess with them
Right.
to the extent it's like, well, I don't have who I loved anymore, who I
Absolutely.
respected or looked up to. And, you know, it can put us in a very dangerous space with these young people. What up, LaDarren?
What's up, Cuzzo?
Yeah.
But we must also know that because we're not the professional, our basic job really is to get you to
Yeah.
a professional. If I can keep you safe for right now, you know,
Yeah, that's
because
good.
you know, once I ask you, are you thinking about it, and you tell me yes, then my next question would or should be, well, then what are you thinking about doing? I mean, what do you have to do this? Are you thinking about taking pills? Are you got a gun? You know, and whatever you tell me, then I have to respond to that appropriately.
Wow.
Now, if we're on the phone, not close together, you know, I just have to talk you through that as best I can. Okay, so where is the gun tray?
Yeah.
You know, how close is it to you? Will you promise me you'll take that gun and put it in the closet? And I'm on my way.
Mm-hmm.
Will you promise me you'll leave it there till I get there? You know, I have to get you to agree to do some things until I can get you to the help that you need.
How do we work on trying to destigmatize mental health awareness, even in our community?
I go back to the folks on the Facebook. I don't know that we can.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are just, and not just Black, I'm not just saying Black, I'm just saying the culture. We love to laugh and pick at people in their down, in their less fortunate moments. My response on that, and I don't respond to everything on Facebook, but and then they had the nerve to sing that song last night at church. It could have been me.
Yeah.
Outdoors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's hard to destigmatize.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Mom. I don't think that we can. The only thing that I think that we can do is just to continuously encourage, continuously try and make sure that the awareness is out there, that the resources are out there.
Right.
And for the church community, getting pastors to understand and talk about the things that they don't think should be talked about across the pulpit. God is the author of medicine. He ordained it. And like Brother said earlier, it's okay. Everything is not, the pastor can't solve all of your problems.
No, Lord.
The pastor can direct you. Right. And truth be told, the pastor doesn't want your problems. We don't understand the burden that the burden that pastors carry just shepherding his flock.
And personal
Right.
stuff, yeah.
And then all of the other things, and then we want to run in the pastor's office and unload transferring of spirits. And then we don't want to listen. So as far as destigmatizing, I think more so than destigmatizing mental health and how do we get that, let's destigmatize that it's not okay to talk about it in the church. It's not okay for churches to rally around the community of of believers and non-believers that are trying to do some things about mental health awareness.
And let's not wait until May.
And let's not wait until May.
And I just challenge preachers to we don't do Rolodex anymore, but to have some people that they can refer members to.
Absolutely.
And that's what I've always done. A few of the brothers was on here, whether it's Scott Holmes or a sister I know, Charnay. But I send members to people. I don't know what they're charging. I don't get in all that. But I want you to know I'll pray with you. But you need to go talk to somebody too. I'll listen and I'll pray and attempt to get to the root of the matter. But ultimately, there's somebody else who can walk hand in hand with you.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm not certified to do.
Right.
I got
You're certified to deliver the gospel.
you can find me one,
But
man.
I agree to kind of disagree. I don't think I wouldn't necessarily say we can't destigmatize it because, like you said, you're an educator. You have a lot of kids coming up, but like the next generation is literally coming up under you. So I wouldn't say we can't destigmatize it, but it does have to become a norm. I think a lot of people associate you have a therapist with something wrong with you, and it may be it may be something wrong
with all of us.
Everybody got something wrong with
But
them.
I've learned
Sign me up.
to be a little more transparent.
Yeah.
Be more vulnerable. I find that a lot of my peers are like, we keep up with the Joneses. Well, ain't nothing wrong with them over there, so I ain't gonna tell them what's wrong with me.
Right.
I make sure that I'm very vulnerable. I'm very open. I tell people when I'm not okay. I tell people even when they talk to me, if I can or cannot listen to your problem at the moment, it may be too much, but I can't listen to that today. I can refer you to somebody or somebody that can help you at the moment, but it's really okay to not be okay. And I know it's not an easy thing because I'm literally just getting into that. Like I'm just getting in a comfortable space to say I need help.
Yeah.
I'm not having a good day. I don't know, emotionally I just can't take today. I'm literally like within the last year or two getting in that comfortably.
Yeah.
To just say, okay, I ain't okay.
Wow.
But a lot of people I don't want to tell you I'm not okay.
Absolutely.
I don't want you looking down at me thinking I'm not okay.
Right.
And I think that's a part of the problem.
Yeah.
Nobody has everything okay. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Everything ain't perfect for everybody. I don't care what they posted on Facebook last night.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I don't want to keep up with them because they look good over there. I'm not having a good day today.
Yeah.
I think the more we make it okay to share our problems, we can pretty much destigmatize mental health. We can pretty much knock that off. There's nothing wrong with checking on your mental.
Yeah.
Especially when being self-aware is very important.
Okay.
It's very important.
Okay.
Some people have problems, don't even know they have problems.
And I can agree with that. I think the world is taking a greater stance on mental health. In lieu of all that we've seen, especially during COVID. It's a bigger thing now. Now, if we're going to take the steps, like you said, to be strong enough to say I'm not strong in this moment, that's a whole nother conversation.
Right.
But the world is putting it on blast at this point. Mental health matters. A lot of us struggling with stuff. We've lost so many people. So many musical artists, so many people, to us, just, our family. Oh, she crazy.
Yeah.
She really got some.
Right.
And we just, oh, she crazy. And then something crazy happened. And it's like, well, you knew that was going to happen. No, we didn't know, you know. And many times we could have prevented it. But that's us as a people.
Right.
We're normally reactive versus proactive.
That's right.
So this is one of those proactive things
Yeah.
that we need to be a part of. Hey, y'all got any more questions for them? I'd love for you to drop them. They'll be back soon. We'll be on the air. They're going to ask a few more questions. They're going to tell us some more information so we can donate, because you can't do ministry without money. You can't do ministry without money. And their job and their desire is to bring more awareness to mental health. And they're here in Montgomery. So this will benefit your children. This will benefit our city. This will benefit our county. So this is major. It's a movement I want you to be a part of. info@lovingteddybear.com. They can get all types of info there, huh? All types of info there. They had a wonderful symposium. I want to call it a symposium. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Y'all help me. I'm crazy. No, I'm not. Let me stop saying that. But they had a wonderful symposium. No, ma'am.
But listen, somebody asked Eugene Lawson. What's up, Gene?
We gonna wait till we get on there with
Yeah,
that
I
one,
think
though,
it's
bro.
way too
Really?
late.
Yeah, wait till we get on there.
You sure?
Yeah. Wait. Somebody probably need to hear that on the radio, right?
You think so? That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, that's good conversation.
That's gonna be
See, and that goes into a whole nother space of psyche.
Mhm.
When you start talking about those child syndromes, doc, it gets heavy. Because I know I deal with that middle child syndrome, and that's a unique space to be in.
Really?
Oh yeah.
wow.
We introvert extroverts. We pick and choose. We're contrary just because. I often feel like we're isolated because we're in the middle. You know, first one get love, the baby get the love. You in the middle, you just there. You know, it happens sometimes.
Oh,
you know?
shame.
But it's well, you know, and you normally become the stronger, more independent one, and the more stronger and the more independent you are, you don't need as much. But when you do need, you need.
Right.
You know, so it's one of those type of things. But man, psychology is interesting. It's very interesting. I just don't have enough time to study. I'm no Sigmund Freud. I'm good on all that.
Leave Sigmund
know,
Freud
one
where
of
he
the,
at.
I'm good on all that.
You know, one of the exercises I used to give my class was go to the mall,
Uh-huh.
because people don't listen to you. You know how we're quick to say hi,
Mhm.
how you doing, and just walk the mall. Somebody asks you how you doing, you say, I think about killing myself. And just come back and tell me how many people actually stopped to
Wow.
talk to you and how many people just kept going, and you'd be surprised.
Wow.
You would literally be surprised at the number of people that keep going. Now, did they keep going because they really want to listen to you? No way. They just spoke because that's the thing to do.
Right.
But then you will get that one that heard what you said, and they come back and
What you say?
right.
So hold on. Say what?
Wait, say what?
Run it back. Ooh, rewind. Press play. Yeah. No, that's interesting. That's that's very interesting. I wonder if somebody did that. It seems like one of the things they do now, record and see how many people actually responded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think it's a blessing that you all, we're able to shift the pain into purpose,
Absolutely.
and that you had the opportunity to make others aware of. I think it's a blessing that when you talk about Colin, you talk about just him and how he was a person. You know, I think sometimes we think that those who make that decision were always living a life towards that. They weren't
Right.
happy. They weren't, engaged.
Right.
But he was a person who legitimately lived life well.
Yes.
Very,
Right. Especially if he was in
Very
church
well.
telling folks what they need to tell them.
very well.
I don't like you.
And jokester extraordinaire.
I love it. And so that's definitely a blessing. And it's even a greater blessing that y'all come together as a family to do it. One part of mental health that we often don't speak of and where people really struggle is grief.
Yes.
And often grief, especially in our culture, tears families apart. We arguing over what's left. We arguing over who gonna get. what we gonna get, and then we get mad because we get stuck in the first stage of grief. We start blaming each other. Well, you ain't called them. You could have did. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see our family come together and be a part of something major. So we're excited about it.
Let me ask you this. So when people hear about the foundation, they understand the story, and in the minds of a lot of people, they would consider you all to be strong. So what does strength mean to you all?
Well, I draw my strength off of them, off of my children, off of my family, because there are moments that, as you say, I'm not strong. Matter of fact, May 14th was Colin's birthday.
Wow.
It was also
It
Mother's
was
Day.
Mother's Day.
So-
Wow.
Oh, it was
Okay.
tough.
Wow. I can only imagine because my sister passed last year on Mother's Day.
Wow.
Yeah. So I can just imagine what it's like as a mom, though.
And so I went to Tara. I am in Tara's oldest daughter.
Mhm.
Only daughter.
I ain't got no more children, babe. I don't know what you talking about.
We got a
So
son.
you didn't tell us.
Well, I ain't got no more girls. Well, son.
Went to DC, for a couple of days. We
Mhm.
went to spend time with my niece who lost her mom in March.
Wow.
And we knew that was going to be hard for her.
Okay.
But we all went to the cemetery. We were blessed that and I call her my sister cousin because she's my cousin, but we raised as sisters.
Okay.
And Colin are buried in the same cemetery. And they are right down, almost on the same
4
road,
grades, 5
like,
grades each other.
apart. Just ironically, that happened.
Wow.
And so we pull up at the cemetery, and I go, because I go visit my mama. And the folk were partying in that cemetery last night, like none other.
It looked like Oak Park, y'all.
Did you hear me?
On Easter
But the
Sunday.
people that were there
Wow.
visiting their mothers,
Wow.
with the
Yeah.
balloons
Yeah.
and all of that stuff. And some of them had some little red cups and all that.
Yeah, man.
But I said that to say that when I got there, was I sad? Yes.
Mm.
Did the emotions overflow? Yes. But I looked around and I saw all of those people and the balloons and
Wow.
then it was just like a joy. It was you know what?
Cause she went to go cuss her son out, y'all.
I couldn't even cuss him out. Y'all, every birthday I tell him I'm gonna cuss him out because he hurt me. When I say hurt, I was literally hurt.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know anything that has ever hurt me like that. Now my mother was my ride or die.
Okay. Okay.
Do you hear
okay,
me?
okay. Got you.
And but in that instance, I was given time, as we say.
Okay.
My mother had dementia, so we had a little time to get
Prepare
ready
yourself.
and prepare.
Yeah,
And she lived with me. She died at the foot of my bed.
Wow.
But I had time to get ready. And like I say with Colin, we talked that Sunday. He promised me. Him and his wife had gone to counseling.
Okay.
His words to me was, "Well, Mom, she says she don't want it. I just want you to help me get my children, and can I come home?"
Mm.
Sure, baby, you can always come home.
Mhm.
Monday, didn't get a call, didn't really think anything of it. Tuesday, tried to call, then he didn't answer. But I believe, this is just Sonia's belief, on Wednesday, he did not call me because he knew that if he called me, he would not be able to complete what he had made up in his mind that he was going to do.
For sure.
Wow.
For sure.
He called Nate every day. For sure. But I believe that. And I have a little solace in that, in a sense that my baby was hurting so bad.
Mm.
And I believe he was hurting so bad that he wanted her to hurt as bad as he hurt. And this is the only thing that he thought would do that.
Because it was very well planned out.
Oh, yes.
Might I add.
Yes.
Like a very well, and I'm not joking about it. I'm not saying, hey, plan it out and go do it.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that at all, but what I am saying is that decision was made. It was so, I'm talking about the whole day. From the clothes to the haircut to the calls that he made, everything to the T.
When I talked to
It was
some
so
of his
planned out.
friends, it was like, Colin called and asked me to pray for him. And the
Really?
next thing I
Yeah.
know, they called and said, he
Yeah.
did.
He called
From
and
several
asked
people in the
to pray.
church.
Mm.
And
Wow.
But what he did with her was he called her, asked her what she was doing. She said she was on the phone. And he said, "Oh, you couldn't wait till I leave." And he asked her who she was talking to. She said, "The police." He said, "Why?" He said, "Because I don't know what you may do." He said, "Well, tell the police this." Don't pull the trigger. And that was the last anybody ever, you know.
Wow.
And so, and I just think it was his way of, you'll never forget me, kind of thing.
Well, to piggyback on strength, because I like talking about that thing, whatever. I really just get my strength off of telling his story.
Gotcha.
I get it off of letting people know, when they do ask what happened, and then we may dive into deeper conversations about how they're feeling, how their day is going.
Yeah.
A lot of people that ask me about it, when I do get into detail and talk to them about it, they open up automatically, which I think has really been a thing for me, like my whole life. People are just really easy. They love talking to me. I don't even have to ask.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that
Being in a
keeps me
safe space.
strong.
That's good.
She really look good.
Montgomery's Inspiration Station, Praise 96.5 FM, WMGY. We're back with more Straight Church.
No chaser.
With yours truly, Pastor Trey.
And Pastor Lee B.
And you already know we keep things real, relevant,
Yeah.
and
Righteous.
and we're back with our family from the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation.
Facebook is in the house. And we got another question, man, and we want to definitely give them the opportunity to give people their information again. And we're going to let them go for the day.
Yeah, man.
So the question that came in was, would you consider a person detrimental to themselves if they grew up as an only child and the only way they know how to deal with conflict is silence?
I wouldn't think you're detrimental to yourself. But what I would say is, as we say, if that's your norm, then what I would be looking for is, now you're no longer silent.
Gotcha.
You want to go out there and do all of these things that you never had a desire to do before.
Gotcha.
And yes, I do know some, because people are only children, they sometimes, because all they have are themselves and the teddy bear or whatever,
Right.
But detrimental, I wouldn't. But now again, I'm not a professional.
Right.
This is just from a Sonia McCall, 26 years in the military experience person.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say they're detrimental.
Yeah, you think detrimental is kind of a strong word.
Yes.
Now, I would definitely tell them they probably need to start allowing other people to be a part of that processing moment. Because that can, you have a lot of blind spots, like I think all of us do. And talking to someone can help you see something you did not see.
Right. Because see, to me, though I had sisters, my sisters were so much older because my father was so much older than my mom.
Wow.
So my sisters were grown and gone.
Yeah.
I was the only girl. And I used to feel probably like you felt, though I was rotten. But I had to do, my father was older, so he was the kind of man that believed in women's work and men's work.
Okay.
Well, I didn't have nobody to share in the work in the house with me. But I never had, I don't do it today. I don't do nothing outside. I don't cut no grass. I don't change no tires. I only put gas in the car because they don't have full service stations no more.
Right.
But, I think it's some of the same. Whatever things that I may have going on because of that, I have to find a way to vent it out.
Gotcha.
And that's through friends, church,
But do you go back and address the conflict? Who asked that question?
It's Brother Eugene Lawson, Reverend.
Do you
Lawson.
just act like it never was a problem and stay silent, or do you go back? I'm asking because I'm at a point where I do go silent when there's a problem. I will hush. I will be quiet for a second because I don't know how to hold my tongue. I don't know how to keep my hands to myself. I go from 0 to prison in 0.3 seconds.
That's a new one. That's a new
I
one.
have to
That's a new
shut
one.
up. I have to.
That's
I
a
don't
new one.
like to keep the peace.
Wait a minute, you gotta let us laugh. Now. You can't keep going on that. You gotta let us laugh.
Y'all,
Nate,
I'm so serious.
you trying to be serious?
Come
Hold
on now,
on, wait.
straight church, no
And
No,
she is
seriously.
very serious.
I know she's
I
serious.
will go too far. Like I don't like to argue. I don't like to yell. I like if we have to get loud at this point, we just need to fight and go and get it done and over with. But that's not healthy.
Yeah.
That's not a good conflict resolution.
Mhm.
Violence is never something that should be a go-to.
Y'all
So I
looking
have
and
to-
listen to growth. I just want to say,
What you say,
hallelujah.
I know, but things, but I did it at work today.
Wow.
I did it at work today. I was so irritated. I just got quiet. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I wasn't answering nobody. It's like, Nay, you okay? I was just not saying nothing. I will eventually go back and talk about it because I do believe adults need to have conversations.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We have to be able to tell each other, hey, I didn't like when you did this. I didn't like when you did that. That's the only way we're going to resolve whatever the issue was. But I definitely get silent.
Mhm.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
For
Wow.
sure. For sure.
I think initially that is a good thing, though.
I do.
You know, managing your temperance. I think it kind of matters, right? You know how you are, or you know what you tend to
I know
do.
my limit.
Gotcha.
I know my limit.
Gotcha. Yeah, and so I think the silence, and I'll say that again, Gene. I think they hit it on the head. But silence is not a bad thing. It's just making sure that you come back and address that which came up. I
Because
think
you do
that's
have
what
to
matters.
compose yourself,
Absolutely.
especially when you're dealing with certain people in certain situations at certain times.
I smell a. I smell
I was getting ready to say, it sounds like.
No, the best thing to do is just
I smell a testimony.
when you go from 0 to prison.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Look.
But I also
Best thing to
think
do is to
maybe
be silent.
Brother Lawson was stating because you are an only child.
Mhm.
That's why you're silent. You don't have anybody else to express it to, or you feel like you don't have anybody else to express it to.
Yeah.
So you don't express it to anybody. I can't go to mom and dad. They're
Right.
probably the reason I'm in here and not saying anything in the first place.
Yeah.
So, but I agree. I mean, silence is not a bad thing. But the
y'all
detriment,
said
I know.
But you know, but sometimes it helps you to think before you act
Yeah.
and think before you speak.
I just think you have to recognize
Mm.
your silence.
Yeah.
The cliche silence is golden. However, you still need to be able to voice, even if you go and sit and just speak out loud, or like brothers just writing, or you journal.
Yeah.
You need to have some sort
Gotta
of
have an outlet.
If you
Absolutely.
don't have that outlet, then yes, it could become detrimental. If you
For
don't
sure.
go back and deal with it,
Mhm.
it could become
For sure.
detrimental. Is it necessarily going to be? No, but it could become if you don't take the necessary steps to handle your silence. There are some things that you just need to make sure that you share. My sister and I say, you need to have some sort of thought partner. Some things that you just can't say to everybody, but you just need to vent. You just need to get it out. You don't want your thought partner to answer, to say, or try to solve.
That's
but you
good
want to
advice.
share.
That's good advice. Because some people feel like when you're venting, that's their time.
That time to share with
Right.
you what you should or shouldn't.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just
Yes.
need you to listen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
journaling is a good thing. I
Oh,
learned that actually with Tanae when her father passed. The therapist said, let her journal, and whatever she puts in her journal, you cannot get upset about it. You can't get mad about it.
Somebody didn't follow instructions.
She ain't follow instructions.
Listen.
Wow.
Why you think she's
It
my
took-
best friend?
It took me a little while to get to that, but I understood, and I really understand the older I get.
Gotcha.
Why I get, because it was an outlet for her.
Mhm.
Because now, honestly, since you want to say I didn't listen, she would write things that, well, before she started journaling, she would say these things that you're not gonna say to me now.
Gotcha.
I don't care that you're going through what you're going through, but we're gonna have to find another way to get through this process.
Another outlet.
Yes, we gotta find another outlet. So the other outlet was journaling.
Okay.
But what the therapist shared with me was, if you decide to read her journal, I
What she
don't
did.
care what she put in it. I don't care how she wrote it. Cussed you out, called you whatever. You cannot respond to it
Wow.
because that is her outlet. That is her only way. You won't let her say it to you. You know. So I mean, journaling really.
That's good.
It's a great outlet, actually.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Ladies, we can't hold you all very long. So who wants to take the final word? Who wants to take the final word? We're gonna let Tara do it. So everybody looks at Tara. We're gonna let Tara do it. Listen, give us the information concerning the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation. How can people connect with you all? How can people donate? And if people just want to know more about Colin's story, where can they find information about that? If somebody wants you all to come and speak to their church or to their group or whatever, how can they make that contact? So give us the final word.
So final words are, most importantly, the essence of the foundation is to provide scholarships so you can give via Cash App at $ Loving TB Foundation, or you can go to our website, www.lovingteddybear.com. Give there as well, find more about his story, more information. And then finally, to reach us to speak or just come be a presence or a sounding board for you, reach out to us, info@lovingteddybear.com. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Shouts out to the family. Hug yourself and love yourself.
You want him to sing it? Because I play the song and make it. Oh, she said she wants you to sing
No.
it. No. It's too late. You got to sing it. No. Come on, don't sing it. Come on, sing it.
Hey.
You got to move your shoulders like that. We ain't heard the song yet. Come on.
Hug yourself. Love yourself. Hug yourself. Show me what you're working with. Hug yourself and love yourself. Hug yourself. Show me what you're working with. I'm done. Family, whatever you do, make sure that you check out the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation.
Absolutely.
These is our people, now they're your people. We want you to make sure that you are cognizant of those who are around you and even yourself. It is necessary. We love you. God loves you. Y'all throw some hearts on the screen. Facebook family for the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation.
Yeah.
All the information they provided. They got more in store. This is just a sneak peek. Hit them up. lovingteddybear.com. Not foundation, right? Yeah.
Right.
lovingteddybear.com. Hit them up. They got more info for you. Peace out, fam.
Listen, we have more Straight Church No Chaser coming up. And we got some interesting things we got to discuss.
Oh, Lord.
No, don't do all that.
Oh,
Don't do
Lord.
all that. Listen, y'all keep it locked. This is Praise 96.5 FM, WMGY.
Family, tell them on Facebook you love them.
Love y'all,
Yeah.
Facebook. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you share.
Yeah, share. Yeah, you
Sharing is caring.
right there. Why you ain't sharing? Share that thing.
We're gonna work on it. We didn't do it this year. I
Oh,
don't think I was mentally.
Beat out. I don't know where they about this song.
Thank y'all so much.
No, thank
Love
Appreciate
y'all.
y'all.
Y'all have been
Love
supporting
y'all
us.
more. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I don't know. It was my birthday gift from work. I don't know.
don't go nowhere. We coming back. Don't go nowhere. We coming back. Family. Dennis. Like a scene from one of the Left Behind movies. Family, what y'all up to? Y'all still on here. I'm grateful that you stuck with us. What are y'all? Ain't nobody cooking, I'm sure. I just got a feeling ain't none of y'all cooking. I got a feeling ain't none of y'all cooking. This song, know it. That's it right there. Hey, you just getting back home from work, Jarrell. Jarrell, you seen them? You seen? Oh, preacher, I heard you killed on Friday, Jarrell. Man, Doc told me you murdered Friday. But check this out. Did y'all have men at your mail court that clap their hand like that? You know the men, they should be opening up like this. Jamise, do I want a pork chop plate? Man, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I would have eaten so much food today, Jamise, I would say yes. But for me to say yes, would probably be gluttony all day. I do not need no more food. I don't need no more food. Family, what else y'all got going on, man? I think this is gonna be a great weekend. Bless you, man. And we all got someone in the job. And we all got someone in the mail court that clap like that. Jamise, you not cooking it. I don't care if you cooking it or not. I would eat it anyway. I love a good pork chop, but I ain't gonna be able to eat for the rest of the day. I'm trying to slim down, you know, trying to be more cognizant of my health these days. I'm trying to get small like Pastor Trey.
He always got to start. Even ain't bothering you.
I'm trying to get slim like bro. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about that, dog.
So I need to
just stay where you are.
Look, I gotta stop eating so much food. Jamise, if you offer it to me tomorrow, Monday, or next Friday, where is Selvin?
I don't know, Selvin. Oh, it's a plate too.
Selvin was at church Wednesday night.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Oh Lord, Jamise, can you rain check it for next week? Where you go, Jamise? Hey, is that run tell that?
It is.
Ooh, yeah. So we want to do this. We got to do this. Congratulations. We got to say this on the air. Congratulations to all of the graduates of the class of 2023. MPS is now, I think they're over now. Because Lee High School was today. Matter of fact, Lee probably ended a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
So officially every high school in the Montgomery public system has graduated. We salute all of these young people who are moving on to a whole nother level of scholastic achievement, whether it be trade school, whether it be going straight into the workforce. We say congratulations to every single one of them for their great effort, for their scholastic achievement. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Man. You got us next Friday, Jamise. Tell you now you know this straight church and no chaser. I will eat while I'm on the air. Do you hear me?
Don't do that. Don't know you don't know.
I sure
no,
will.
No.
I'll wait for Angie to bring me some more of that popcorn. You know that popcorn like crack. That thing, that was good.
You know how to do the show because you kept one to eat.
Bro, that popcorn was good.
I'm asking you questions in the middle of the thought, you just going, huh?
What?
Like you turn your brain off when you start eating. You just don't think.
Well, you know, when I'm eating, I'm one of those people that eat and I get quiet.
Yeah, I got.
And then you'll look over at me and I be humming or something.
In your own little world.
If folks keep talking to me, I'm gonna start looking like, can I enjoy my food? how do you eat now? You be eating and talking.
No, I don't
You
say
get quiet
nothing.
too.
I get to the table and just immediately start getting quiet.
It's a new mission.
Just
Ain't
get
it?
quiet. I'm waiting on the food to come. Don't ask me no questions. No, none of that. I don't want to hear.
And I think that's why people ask me all the time, like, why do you eat so fast? I kind of got used to lunchroom. In the lunchroom, we only had like 20 minutes.
If that.
So, bruh, like after you done went through
Took
line,
an hour just to get up there.
right? You come through the line, you sit down. I'm eating fast. Hey, what up, y'all? How y'all doing? Like, cause I can't do both.
Ain't got
at the
nothing else to
same
talk about.
time.
Ain't got nothing else to talk
I
about.
can't do it. Barlow, what's up, young man? Got to get you on one of these Fridays. I'll make sure y'all get it. I'll get with you a Trey Thursday to see what y'all want. Have it sent to the studio Friday. Matter of fact, now, Trey, we are.
That don't mean 7 off the hook though.
Oh Lord, my wedding anniversary is Friday. My wedding anniversary is Friday.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, 11 years being married to the beautiful, sensational Tidra Walker. 11 years, Friday, Doc.
Congratulations.
You know what I mean?
Congratulations.
You know what I mean?
What has been the secret to 11?
What is the secret?
What's the formula? Give us the secret sauce.
You know, I used to laugh when old folks say God. But that's it, though. Like for real, for real. Relationships are work. Most people don't want to do the work. When your emotions are a part of the relationship, which is natural,
Mm-hmm.
and when your emotions are part of the work, you can tend to want to easily not do it. You know, say I've done enough. But when God's in the mix, and you remember that vow you made, it's necessary for you to always continue to move forward, especially when you understand that the enemy is the one that don't want you to be together in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So we've come through some ups and some downs. We've been, through it all. We've made it through some times we ain't had much.
Gotcha.
And now we're in seasons where we have more. But God's just been faithful, man. God's been faithful. And when you really love someone, Doc, that's like the glue that's going to always put you back in doing what you know you're supposed to do.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Pastor, yours 33 years to the Sprigs.
Man, wow.
Awesome. We praise God for you all.
Wow. That's
Today
something.
is the 19th. I'm marking that down in my mind. I'll probably forget tomorrow, Sister Spriggs. But happy anniversary. I pray that you can give me just Sister Spriggs, and I believe that's Sister Spriggs. Andrea, yep. Can you give me one secret or one thing, one helpful tip that has aided you all to make it to year 33? It's the number of years that Jesus Christ lived.
3 decades.
And y'all look young.
And some.
How did you do it and keep looking young? Lord. There go my wife. Now she listening now.
T,
Where she come
what's
from?
the secret? What's the secret, T?
What's-
11. What's the secret?
What's the secret that made you last 11 years dealing with me? She been saying so crazy.
I know. Lee said God. Now what's your secret, T?
What's your secret?
What's the secret sauce?
Yeah, I need that tip, Sister Spriggs, Sister Walker. She talking about, hey, get it back from Trey. Go
We want
on.
that secret sauce, Lady T.
Go on with the gut puncher. What's the secret?
We doing it. This straight church, no chase. We doing it. Come on, Lady T. We waiting. The people need to know.
She typing fast over there too. She typing fast. Ain't
I wonder how many
pressing button
times she done backspace.
yet. Oh Lord.
I wonder how many times she had to learn
Oh
to laugh
man,
and
I
forgive.
love it. I love it.
Very simple.
I love it. Learn to laugh and forgive.
But
Absolutely.
necessary.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's real simple. Yeah, and applicable, practical.
Yeah, man.
I'm waiting on my wife to see what she.
Yeah, because she done
say.
backspace about 4-5 times just to make sure it sound right.
Mhm, I'm trying to see what she finna say, cause they got a lot to do. I took out my glasses, my eye big. I'm waiting.
You wait. You waiting.
Oh Lord, it's long.
Uh-oh.
It's long. I can't.
The secret is we
Hold on, hit it.
They're not married.
All right, look at that.
Oh, Lady T.
Mama Carl said late tea, ain't they big, they good. Oh man. Nah, man, we
That's
definitely 11 years, man.
So when y'all got married, you weren't preaching.
No, it wasn't.
Wow.
When we were married, it was prior to me becoming a deacon.
Whoa.
Why JT on here talking about that was cute? Yeah, I wasn't even a deacon yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think what was
So how
no, I wasn't a deacon.
so how long were you a deacon before you started preaching? Before you were licensed?
While I was being ordained, I talked to my father about affirming my calling. And he old school preacher put me on the two-year observation.
Yeah.
So I was licensed in 15, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, because you were licensed 2 years after me.
Yeah, 15. So I think it's 8 years for me this year?
Wow.
8 years of preaching.
Wow. It'd be 10 for me.
8 years. So this 8 years of preaching. Is that right? 8 years of preaching and 4 years of pastor?
That's something.
Wow.
You just did 3 years last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
something.
Well, so she said, love you, bro. Bless you, boss man.
God bless you.
Appreciate
Boss man. Come say hey to the people now.
Hey, people. Who's in here?
It's
Who are
about
those
19
people?
of them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This way?
No.
Me pointing this way is pointing at y'all on the
I don't
screen.
know.
Hey, y'all put some hearts on the screen for Mr. Terry Bob.
Awesome man.
What was the lady's
Awesome,
name
man.
who was sister whatever?
Which one?
Sister P, sister
What'd she say?
I don't know, she said to tell you hello one day.
So me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your music ran off. Don't be talking to me. Y'all be getting on my head. Don't be listening to me. I'll think of her name.
Woo!
Montgomery's Inspiration Station, Praise 96.5 FM, WMGY.
Yeah, y'all.
It's 4:43 here at the capital city. Hanging with yours through the Crown Prince, Pastor Trey. And
Pastor Leave Easy.
this is Straight Church.
No chaser.
We'll keep things real, relevant,
Yeah.
and so, man, once again,
Shout out.
major shouts out to the
Loving Teddy Bear
Teddy Bear
Foundation.
And also, you want to thank Mama McCall and our big sis Tara and Nate.
Yeah, shouts out,
through,
fam.
man.
Shouts out.
And helping to bring awareness to mental health and suicide prevention.
Man.
So major shouts out to the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation. And we also have to shout out our other wonderful sponsors
Yeah, y'all.
over at the Wellness Coalition.
Uh-huh.
Listen, family, they're having a tour of Wellness Community Health Fair taking place on tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Yeah.
It's a free event and it's happening at the Chisholm
Community Center.
545 East Van Diver Boulevard here in the capital city. And this community health fair will include free services and resources like COVID-19 boosters from Eye Care Pharmacy, breastfeeding resources, and the Baby Cafe. Also, support to quit tobacco, health insurance, enrollment assistance, also wellness case management services, healthy nutrition support, tips for safe physical activity at your level, substance abuse support, sickle cell awareness and resources, mental health, women's health, and just so much more.
Did y'all hear him?
So make sure you check out a tour of wellness community health fair taking place tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
From 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. It's a free event. It's going down.
Chisholm.
At the Chisholm Community Center. 545 East Van Diver Boulevard here in the capital city. For more information, the number to dial is 293-6502. Again, 293-6502.
Hey, man, what do you say
Mm-hmm.
to someone?
Mm-hmm.
I hear you saying.
No, it's a joke.
What
It
do
was a
you
joke.
say? No.
It was a
that's the
joke,
second
man. Come
time
on, would you
in 2
just?
days.
It was a joke.
What do you
Hey,
say?
don't tell our business about yesterday. Don't do that.
What do you say to someone who has done the work to do something so major, but consistently, for the second time here, has made the same bad mistake, putting all of his work, putting his livelihood in jeopardy?
Mm,
This young brother by the name of Ja Morant
mhm.
plays for the Memphis Grizzlies, has been found once again showing off his piece of steel.
Mhm.
And it is now again wound him up in deep trouble.
Yeah.
The first time was literally maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
He was suspended.
Yep.
You know, he had to issue an apology.
Mhm.
He had those issues, and many
Said he
people,
went to therapy, I believe, too.
right? And many people, he went to therapy.
That's what they say. They report he went to therapy the first time.
Many people came out and said, "Hey, young blood, one time, one accident, you know, it happened. Don't try to act like you're hard and you don't have to."
Mm.
We understand the culture. We understand sometimes who we supposed to be,
Yeah.
but who we are not.
Mhm.
And they were just cautioning him, man, you're not about that life. And,
Yeah.
and whether they say that and it's true or not, it's not really up to us or our
Right,
conversation.
right.
But they were saying, don't live life throwing away your blessing because you're portraying to be something that you don't have to in this present time.
Yeah, man.
What do you say? Because there's a lot of young people out here now who are doing the same. You know, the very thing that's making him miss money. You can go on Facebook and scroll through different young people, and you'll see guns with magazines that reach to the floor. They're posing with them. They're smiling with them. They got guns and money. What do you say to this type of behavior?
It ain't worth it.
I like it.
Very simple. It's not worth it.
Mhm.
And when we consider just Ja Morant first and foremost, the fact that this man, outside of him being a phenomenal basketball player, hands down. Now, of course, I was rooting against him when they were playing the Lakers.
Unfortunately.
So, you know, I don't say unfortunately.
It's okay.
No, don't do that. But but all seriousness, I mean, the fact that he's a role model, he's a father, man.
Yeah.
And he's the breadwinner for his family. And there are a lot of people who are depending on him to be successful.
Yeah.
Because they're counting on the funds that he brings in order to supply and to sustain their livelihood.
Yeah.
So what he's doing, it's not worth it, man. The end result just ain't worth it.
Yeah.
And he's risking a lot, and he could forfeit a lot. And he's jeopardizing himself in a way that's just not necessary. And, you know, to some of the people who have been saying it's not good for him to flash guns or even to promote a certain lifestyle, I've listened to some commentators even suggest that they don't want him to present himself in a certain light in the city of Memphis. And then those guys who are really about that life, who are really living that type of lifestyle, catch him somewhere, whether it's in the mall or, you know what I'm saying, just anywhere, and try to check him on what it is that he's doing. Because when you start to do certain things, you promote and you invite certain activity. Absolutely. And I think the bigger picture is just his overall well-being. Yeah. Because the truth is, when you put yourself out there like that, you know, you invite certain activity and certain characters. Yeah. And so that's the same thing I would say even to you know, the people that we see locally who try to present themselves to be thugs or gangsters or whatever the case may be. It just ain't worth it. You doing that is just not worth it.
And it's so interesting, Trey, because there's so many dualities that we could bring about, you know, just conversing about this via scripture. I would tell people low key, you have to, number one, realize, and my prayer for him is that he snaps out of it. That's really my prayer. Because it reminds me of the parable of the prodigal son and how he spent all that he had and then he snapped out of it. I don't want that to happen
Yeah.
with Moran. I don't want you to lose everything and every endorsement and the trust and the
Everything you worked hard for.
Yeah, I don't want him to snap out too late.
Yeah.
I think, and that's what we have to pray, because we need him to snap out of it. Just like someone listening needs your grandson or your granddaughter to snap out of it.
Yeah.
You know, some of the things that went on that we've heard, and congratulations again to all of our graduates for the class of 2023. But there are some things that we have been hearing that have happened. You know, some things that social media blew out of proportion,
Yeah.
other things that really did happen. And the prayer is that these young people snap out of this mindset
Absolutely.
that they have to be around people that aren't even good for them.
Yeah.
You know, I travel back to Psalm 1. You need to have the right people around
Got to
you.
examine your circle.
John Morant wasn't even live on his page.
It was his friend.
It was his friend.
And his
look,
friend flashed the camera.
see what I'm saying?
Like his friend put the camera on him.
Social media is ruining us rather, because we got the wrong folk around us.
Yep.
His friend probably wanted people to know that he was connected to him.
Yep.
I don't want to give too much to it, but I'm just for the sake of conversation. What if it was your friend just trying to show people that he was connected to you, but him trying to show off ends up being what messes you
It
up?
jeopardizes you.
Man,
His friend ain't the one that's about to get suspended.
no, you.
His friend ain't the one losing money
Yeah, yeah.
from endorsements and
Yeah.
having sponsors drop you and run because
Yeah.
they don't want to deal with the fallout and the criticism. So I mean, it's just not worth it.
And then let's remember the purpose of that weapon.
Yeah.
It was supposedly for protection,
Yeah.
not for posing.
Yeah.
Why are you taking pictures with your protection?
And I mean, anything could happen, man.
Dog.
Suppose you make a mistake, you fumble the gun, pull the trigger. How many times have we heard of stories
Yeah.
where people were posing with guns and somehow the gun
Something
discharges?
goes on.
Now somebody either gets maimed, injured, or killed.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm sorry, ain't good. That's not good enough.
You know what's interesting is so many other artists,
Yeah.
professionals
Yeah.
don't carry pistols.
That's true.
They hire someone
Yeah.
to carry a
Some
pistol.
people, yeah.
What are you doing?
That's true.
Like, we gotta wake up, man. We gotta start being smart.
Yeah.
We gotta start making the right decisions. You know, people will say maybe he was clout chasing. I don't know, but I will say this: he is one of the greatest players in the game now,
Absolutely.
and he has a future out of this world. He legitimately, I love Bubba Chuck. I love Allen Iverson. I still think he can get on the court and give some of them a work
Mhm.
right now. Like, he
Yeah.
gonna work through them. And this guy is like the second coming of Allen Iverson.
Crazy.
He's
man.
taller. He still got the tenacity. He's still gonna try his best to jam it on people. And he's young.
Yeah,
Do
man.
not throw away your potential doing stuff that you ought not be doing. It's a trick of the enemy, bro.
Man.
It's a trick of the enemy.
And I hate it for him because, like, many people are criticizing him personally.
Absolutely.
And it's not that they're doing it because they're concerned, but they're using this as fuel to attack him.
Oh yeah. Not just him, but his parents.
Yeah, his parents,
Yeah.
his family.
Mhm.
And then it even sheds a light even on our community.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
So in our culture, our music. all of
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So now all of those things come under attack.
And it's interesting. And I hope this is his. I wish he would have got it the first time,
Yeah.
but I hope this is his snap out of it moment.
Yeah.
Where he comes to himself because he realizes how many things can be damaged, talked about, influenced in a negative way
Yeah.
simply because of his actions. Dude, you have influence.
And the actions of people that's in your circle.
yeah.
Because had his friend not flashed the camera on him, this wouldn't even be a conversation. Now, and we can easily say, well, he shouldn't have been doing it again. We get all of that. But yet and still, his friend flashed the camera on him, and boom, here we are again.
I need him to not listen to Drake when Drake said no new friends. No, brother, you need some new friends. You need some new friends. Like some folk can't go with you, bro.
Yeah.
It's just all it is. We've seen it time and time again. You trying to take folk with you that ain't ready for where you are.
They can't handle it.
Dog, God cannot shift you physically, spiritually, even monetarily until he shifts you mentally. And I think he got a lot of folk with him that are still where they were.
Wow.
in their minds. They're still there.
He just got to grow.
There's no excuse,
Yeah,
to be honest. You know,
he's got to grow.
he's young enough to even have seen what my boy Michael Vick went through.
Yeah,
You've got to be smart.
absolutely.
Folk waiting on you to fall.
They want you to fail.
Dog, they've been
They
hating
want
on
you
you
to.
since you beat them in junior high. Like, you got to stop this
Yeah.
stuff. You're right, Dennis. He could have been the face of the NBA. But now, you know what people do. They will hold one flaw. They will hold 2 seasons over your head for the rest of your life.
And when you're a great player, no matter what you do,
Yeah.
they're going to attack you for it.
Child of God, please remember, God will forgive you, but folks will not.
People don't forgive. They don't forgive like they should.
Oh, they're going to remind you.
So then there's also, on the flip side of that, there's also the conversation of people criticizing Ja Morant,
Uh-huh.
right? So I was watching CNN and also was watching ESPN, and on both shows, there was always a commentator who said or segued the conversation to what's the difference with what Ja Morant did and the outcry, but why are we not saying the same things about certain politicians who pose in pictures with guns,
Yeah,
and who also pose in pictures with their families and their children are holding guns? So why are we not providing the same outcry when we see that? But then when Ja Morant gets in this situation again, it's so much said.
now I understand it. I haven't seen any of those pictures that they might be arguing. What comes to mind is the thoughts of people who might be hunting, things of that nature. I understand that, and I'm speaking to my culture people all day. But let's be honest, we know how far away we are.
Yeah,
We know how much work we have to do,
and we
to
know
get
the double.
closer.
We know the double standard that exists.
We've all, like, come on.
Yeah.
And then even like I said, if they showed us the pictures, it potentially isn't the type of weapons that our culture is holding on to. They're not creating 50 mags for 9mm. Like, come on, let's be honest. I understand, but I'm just saying we know where we are, so we have to do the work and make sure that we keep ourselves clean from giving people ammo to shoot at us.
Don't get him.
He has loaded their gun.
Yeah.
So everything that comes now, he got to deal with it, unfortunately. He got to deal with it, unfortunately. I can see if he owned the league, it'd be a whole nother conversation.
And then he's risking, man, not even being able to play next year.
Bro, I hate it, man. I really do. I hate it. He's too young, man. And I don't want to use, or rather, we have to know we can't use young or youthfulness as an excuse anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you know better.
Yeah.
You know better. This is the second time. And if he was inebriated, bro,
And I think, man,
fire him off your circle now. Like, let that dude go.
yeah.
Like,
And I think one of the frustrating things for the commissioner was like, I took it real lightly with you on this first one.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I even just let the team, the Memphis Grizzlies, I just really let them handle it because I thought we had an understanding. Now you're forcing my hand.
Yeah, he don't want to look like Antonio Brown. He does not want to go
Right.
down as somebody people just turn their back to, and then now you just you do it for attention.
Kind of makes you wonder, is it a cry for help?
That is the deeper, and that's why I think we ought to be praying for him to snap out of it and come to himself, bro.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of things can be seen as a cry for help.
Mm-hmm.
I think this young man really wants to have fun, really wants to spend some time out of the limelight.
Mm-hmm.
But every time he attempts, and we're like that, right? We're extroverts in front, and sometimes we want to be introverts. But he has not found his circle that's trustworthy.
Yeah.
I think he's holding on to people that were with him before, and they're not in the limelight, so they don't understand the rules
And the responsibility.
and the
man.
responsibilities of the heat of
Yeah.
being in the limelight.
Yeah.
This dude was the young face in the making. Literally, people are saying, okay, Bron James gone. They're looking at Ja.
Looking at him, man.
Bron ain't there. He going to college. You get what I'm saying? So they're looking at this young Ja who has made the Memphis Grizzlies somebody to look at.
Yeah. who made the franchise relevant
Dog,
in the last couple of years?
it's been a while. It's been a while. I mean, we talking Darren Williams, right? When he was the point guard. Like, it's been a while since we've been
Man.
watching the Grizzlies. So it's like, bro, man, you got to get this together. And then somebody was like, the court of public opinion will have you guilty every time, right? Every time. He legit. People start saying that he wrote his speech or whatever he said in response through Chat GPT.
The AI, yeah. Man, you know that AI, that Chat GPT
Mhm.
says it's phenomenal, man.
I heard.
It said to write sermons for you.
Oh yeah, y'all can have fun.
It says
They can do what they want to do, brother. I'm called. Look,
you can't talk about them now if they want to use the Chat GPT to help them out.
Yes, Reverend, yes.
What you mean? Yes, you can't.
Hey man, go study
Man,
and
if
write
a-
your own
Man, for pastors,
Hey, study and
caught
write
up
your
with
own
life,
All right. That's
bivocational,
that's where we going.
just working his fingers to the bone, man.
He can call
Got
his friends.
kids.
He can call his friends.
You know what I'm saying? Going to their games, taking
Yeah.
them to school,
Uh-huh.
being a husband.
Yeah.
Got to spend time with your wife.
Wow.
You know,
You saying everything
trying
that
to
I
do trying to do Bible study on Wednesdays.
You said everything that I do. And look, and I still write them.
Hey man, everybody ain't you.
Oh God.
No, but for real though, please study.
Now,
Please
man,
study. Please study. Please
time
study.
has been far spent today.
Yeah, man.
It's been good conversation though.
Our time is literally
If the
gone.
people who are most important to him are encouraging his behavior and not holding him accountable, the behaviors unfortunately won't change. Absolutely, Nate.
Wow.
You're totally correct. He needs some accountability partners. You need somebody who has the boldness to say, bruh, you messed up. You need to do this, this, and this. I hope he gets it. I really do.
Examine your circle, man.
Absolutely. I think we got to go, man.
Yeah. So you're not gonna use the Chat GPT?
No,
Help
sir.
y'all?
No, I'm not that kind of guy.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Because Dennis said all you got to do
Mhm.
just plug the text in,
Yeah.
and it'll give you 3 points, and it'll give you a hoop.
Yeah, sounds very dangerous.
What's the danger? What's
I don't know if Chat GPT knows systematic theology, proper hermeneutics. I don't know if it understands, sound doctrine. I don't trust AIs for that. I don't think God said, "This AI I leave with you." I didn't think He said that.
But what the pastor's saying, I'm using this as a resource.
You're really doing your best.
I'm just asking a question. I was just asking a question.
I think he should use his commentary and his Bible. As
The
a
AI is gonna
resource.
be his commentary.
No.
So say, hey,
Allen Iverson should not be your commentary.
artificial intelligence.
Oh
Artificial intelligence.
yeah, no.
I just want to know what was can you give me the context around Philippians 4:13?
Mhm.
Can you tell me what was going on and during
That's what you asked Chat GPT.
hey, it's gonna kick it out.
Yeah, sounds dangerous,
gonna kick
just
it
like
out.
just like Google.
It's gonna kick it.
Google
Oh!
can't get the Bible right either.
Listen, don't do that. Have you heard about TikTok?
What happened?
Like they're trying to get TikTok banned. I think one state
They've been
has
trying that,
one state has already passed a law
bro.
to get it banned, and multiple states have already banned it off of like government issued cell phones.
Yeah,
It's already banned.
Well, they've been.
But now some states are literally banning or working to ban the app
Hey,
from being utilized
Do-
in their state.
do what you can do.
Montana, that's it. Mama call
If-
Montana.
If that's what you're doing, do what you do. I think ultimately they've been trying to do that since all of COVID. And let's be honest,
But
it was another outlet for some people. So while others see the negative or the bad, I look for the good. While it might be dangerous for some folk and they might be talking about the software and things of that nature, hey, I use it to further the gospel. Somebody's life been changed one way or the other.
Man,
So, it kind of is what it is, I think, when it comes to technology. They know more than I know. So if they ban it, then we just going to get off of it and go back to the other one. I think it's just necessary for the kingdom of God to be spread in every platform. Wherever there's darkness, that's where I'm trying to put the light.
Gotta
So
put light in dark.
I don't trip. I mean, I put up some videos and had 38,000 some odd views. So somebody being touched. What they do with it is what they do. Now, are there harmful things? There's harmful things everywhere.
Yeah.
So I just hope and pray that folk do what they ought to do and what they're supposed to do.
Well, we shall see
What they do with it.
We shall see what is going to be in the state of Alabama.
Oh yeah, well you know Alabama.
Hey, we're not going to do that. We are on the radio. We are not going to do that. We love Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh no, we love Alabama. But, you know, we make some crazy decisions sometimes, but we definitely we love God and we love everybody else. Hey, we hope that y'all got something from the conversation today.
Man, I just kind of feel for like all the content creators
You gonna stay there.
who have literally like
Got all
their
that.
livelihood.
What a good thing is this?
Head first into content creation.
What a
They were
good,
just making a living.
well, but this
off
the good thing. They'll be fine though. The ones who did it properly, they'll be fine because they learned early on. They've been talking about banning TikTok for the last 2 years.
of,
So a
man.
lot of them started doing Linktree and they're doing YouTube
Finding
as
other
well
avenues.
and Instagram. Yeah, so a lot of people have found other ways to push that content.
So what about the ones who haven't done it properly?
They're gonna have to learn.
It's just the way you say.
Yeah, they're gonna have to learn.
Well, okay, we gotta let that go. We gotta let that go.
We getting up out of here.
So if you are listening to us and you are an avid TikTok user,
Hey man, no, you gotta play the jingle.
we don't want to talk over the jingle.
Oh, okay, all right.
We want people to hear the jingle.
Go ahead.
You know, I'm just saying. You just get real giddy about it.
I just want to hear the jingle. That thing done lit.
You know, if you're a TikTok user, we're gonna pray for you.
Yeah, well, hey, pray for me. Pray for me.
No. All right, we gotta go. Next Friday, we'll see you. Well, I don't know, because
We might
somebody has a wedding anniversary next Friday.
We're not gonna see you Friday. I'm sorry.
So-
11 years. I won't be here. Man.
You don't think you and Lady T can do a wedding edition?
Oh Lord.
Just, you know.
Dennis then sent me one of them Chat GPT sermons. I just can't.
Listen, we'll see y'all. Well, so if you're not gonna be here next Friday, we gotta let the people know when we're gonna see them again.
Let's hold on. Let me check my Palm Pilot.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
How about we shoot for Thursday?
Next Thursday, we're gonna run it back next Thursday. Again, shouts out to all of the 2023 graduates.
Shout out, family.
Man,
Congratulations.
college graduates, high school graduates, new members graduates.
Look
Right?
at you.
Because some churches had new members to graduate
Yeah.
their class. So all of the graduates. Shout out to all the graduates. I would call names, but I know I'm gonna miss somebody, so I'm not gonna call any names. So I'm just all of the graduates.
Yeah, all of y'all. We shout out to
Congratulations.
y'all. Now we leaving up out of here. We're gonna play this jingle. What
gotta
is
go.
it, Trey?
We got it. Hey, don't rush me just because you want to hear the jingle.
No.
No,
Come
I
on.
don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear
It's
that.
508.
Listen, another time you be talking.
It's too late.
No.
We gotta go. Ain't nobody got time to play.
Hey, I just discovered a new feature on this board. It's called mute. Can you? Listen, y'all keep it locked. We'll see you. We'll see you next Thursday. It's Straight Church
No chaser.
with yours truly, Pastor Trey.
and Pastor Lee Beasley.
We out this thing.
That what it was.
That was not it. That was not it. Hold on. We had it. Okay, thank you.
Hey, y'all have a great weekend, family. We getting up out of here. I'm finna check it out on my phone, Dennis, because this is crazy. Folk writing their sermons with Chat GPT. I need them to get back into the office and stuff. You done lost it.
No, it's on here. It just wasn't saved over here where I thought it was gonna be. But we back with it. Listen, family, we love y'all. We'll see you next Thursday. We've enjoyed our time together. Again, make shouts out to the Loving Teddy Bear Foundation.
Shout out, family.
So we gotta go. This is Straight Church.
No chaser.
With yours truly, Pastor Trey.
Pastor Lee Beasley.
Relevant. Hey, y'all.